She tried to erase me from my mother's legacy, but now the house is mine. The truth is public, and her mask is in pieces. The final court hearing took less than 30 minutes. Rachel presented her mother's notarized will, a written statement from the bank proving Lilo sold the home without permission, testimony from the care center director confirming her mother was coherent. Lila didn't even try to fight. Her lawyer offered a quiet settlement, return the house, retract the sale, and walk away with no criminal charges. If Rachel agreed, Rachel paused, looked at her mother in the front row, and said, "We don't want punishment. Just peace." The judge nodded. "The house is yours, Rachel," and locked the door slowly. The house was dusty, quiet, and half-stripped, like someone tried to erase its soul. She stepped inside and whispered, "We're home, Mom." Over the next few weeks, Rachel restored it room by room. Not to modern perfection, but to memories, her mother's favorite curtains, family portraits that had been stuffed into a box in Lila's garage. The scratch marks on the kitchen wall where Rachel measured her height as a kid, still there, untouched. Rachel created a blog titled, "It Was Never Just a House," she wrote. "This is what generational theft looks like. And this is how we stop letting fake saints get away with it." The blog exploded. Local news picked it up. National nonprofit watchdogs cited it in reports. People across the country messaged Rachel, saying, "Your story gave me the courage to fight my own." Rachel didn't want fame. She just wanted the truth to outlive the lies, and now it would. One morning, Rachel's mother handed her a small envelope she'd hidden years earlier. Inside was a photo of Rachel as a baby sitting on the porch of the house, written on the back, "For Rachel. Someday, this will be yours, not because you fight for it, but because you're meant for it." She framed it, hung it right above the front door. And every time she walked through that threshold, she remembered this revenge wasn't just about justice. It was about restoring what never should have been taken. She tried to bury my family in paperwork and pretend it was mercy. But I buried her lies in proof and gave my mother something money can't buy: peace. "It's just a house," she said. But that house held every memory of my mother. She thought I'd cry quietly. Instead, I made sure the world saw who she really was. Rachel was at work when the call came in. A real estate agent, a cheerful, oblivious. "Just confirming the final walkthrough tomorrow." "Your aunt said you'd want to say goodbye to the home." "What walkthrough?" "The closing's in 2 days. The house has been sold." Rachel's blood ran cold. Her mother's house, the one she grew up in, was gone. Her mom wasn't even dead. She was recovering from early onset dementia in a care center. And her aunt, who promised to protect the family legacy, had sold it behind their backs. Rachel stormed into the care center that night. Her mom was confused but smiling. "Your Aunt Leela takes care of everything now, honey." I signed the papers so she wouldn't be burdened. Rachel checked the files. Power of attorney, signed 6 months ago. No witnesses, no lawyer. Just one line. To handle medical and real estate matters, it had been notarized at a mobile clinic. Convenient, quiet, shady. "You gave her everything?" Rachel asked, heart sinking. "She said she needed it to save the house." Rachel confronted Aunt Leela at her office, a nonprofit that boasted Christian family values and honest estate guidance. "You sold the house. You didn't even tell me. I didn't need to." "You don't have any legal rights. Mom's still alive and sick. You're not a doctor, Rachel. You're a barista." The smugness in her tone, the fake pity. "You'll thank me one day," she said. "It's just a house." Rachel didn't scream. She walked out in silence because she knew this wasn't going to end in a courtroom. It was going to end online. Rachel launched a private burner account. She followed every donor, board member, and religious sponsor of Aunt Leela's nonprofit. She also started digging into tax records, sale timelines, and a few questionable transfers made just days before her mom's hospitalization. Then she sent one email to a local financial reporter, subject, Whistleblower tip, nonprofit director selling family assets for personal gain attached. The power of attorney house sale documents. A clip of her aunt praying on stage about protecting widows and orphans. Let's see if it's still just a house, Rachel whispered. She sold my childhood like it was a yard sale. So now, I'm going to sell her soul to the internet, one receipt at a time. She said it was just a house. But now her sermons are being fact-checked by strangers, and every lie is trending. 2 days after Rachel sent the anonymous tip, it appeared. Family care director under fire for alleged misuse of power. The article didn't mention Rachel, but it showed screenshots of the sale. It quoted lines from Leela's church speeches. It even compared her social media promises to her actual real estate profits. The headline was neutral, but the comments section brutal. How do you sell a living woman as home and call yourself a protector? Someone better audit her nonprofit ASAP, Rachel smiled. She just lit the first match. Rachel began targeting the nonprofit's funding base. One by one, she messaged sponsors using a professional tone, signed only as concerned community member. She attached the court documents showing no legal transfer to hospital records, proving Rachel's mom wasn't declared incompetent. Leela's Instagram post bragging about upgrading her vacation home after the sale. Within a week, 3 donors pulled out. 2 more issued public statements asking for clarity. Leela's online prayer videos were flooded with questions. She started deleting comments, then disabling them. If you were righteous, one post read, you wouldn't be hiding. Rachel knew the church was Leela's shield and her stage. So she carefully compiled a dossier and sent it directly to the head pastor. Inside, the forged power of attorney. The home's title transfer, a photo of Leela's new BMW with the license plate. Blessed one, no insults, just facts. 3 days later, the pastor went live with a clarifying sermon about humility, stewardship, and the dangers of false prophets and expensive shoes. No names were mentioned. But everyone watching knew Leela cornered Rachel outside the care center the next day. What do you think you're doing? You're destroying my life. Rachel didn't flinch. You destroyed mom's security. You lied to me. And now you want pity. No one will believe you. They already do, Rachel said, pulling out her phone. Google your name. Leela snatched the phone and saw the top headline. Nonprofit director accused of selling family property without consent, and underneath, a photo of her ... smiling at a ribbon cutting. Now repurposed as the face of betrayal. She prayed on camera. She lied offstage. And now her entire life is a search result she can't delete. She thought she could fake paperwork, flip a house, and disappear with the money. But the one document she never saw was the one that destroyed her. Rachel was gathering paperwork for the financial investigator when the care center called. Your mother remembered something, the nurse said. A box at the old community bank. Rachel went straight there with power of attorney. Inside the safe deposit box was a small velvet folder marked Final Wishes. Inside that, a handwritten will dated before her illness, signed, witnessed, and notarized. It clearly stated, in the event of any medical crisis, I name my daughter Rachel as sole decision maker and beneficiary of the house at 108 Wexley Lane. The house had been stolen with forged rights, and now Rachel had proof to take it all back legally, publicly, permanently. Rachel took the will to a probate attorney. He reviewed everything. The forged Leela used to sell timeline. The notarized will her aunt had never seen. This is textbook fraud, he said. And you don't just have a case. You have a slam dunk. He filed an emergency motion and sent a warning to Leela's lawyer. Either she returns the house and assets, or we bring full criminal charges with media coverage. The house sale was frozen within 48 hours. The next Sunday, Leela tried to hold her usual service. But before she could even speak, her board members arrived with a court order in hand. Until this matter is resolved, they announced, Leela Henderson is suspended from all nonprofit activity. She was escorted off the stage, phones were out, cameras were rolling. Within hours, TikTok was flooded. When your pastor aunt gets kicked off the stage for stealing her sister's house, the comments were savage. God saw it all. This is what happens when karma wears lipstick at a suit. Rachel, if you're out there, thank you. Lilo tried to call. Rachel let it ring. A voicemail came through. Please, can we talk? I messed up. You can't do this to family. Rachel finally replied. Family doesn't steal from a dying sister and gaslight her daughter. But don't worry, I'm not ruining you. The truth is, she sold my mother's house like it was junk. But the only thing getting thrown away now is her reputation.